to gather here this year, this period, for this international conference. Thank you because we know that the knowledge we shall gain from this conference will be towards the advancement of our nation, Nigeria, and towards the improvement of our various lives. We pray that at the end, may we have every reason to give thanks to your holy name for wonderful things you would have helped us to achieve. This we have prayed in Jesus' name. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shall we be seated, please? Thank you and welcome to the 3rd International Conference of the College of Management Sciences with the theme Sustainable Management in the Digital Age. Without wasting our time, I want to introduce the dignitaries who have here present, as well as establishing the protocol for today's event. The very first person to be recognized is our amiable Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Oludele Jejeron, RE Koren, FNSE, FNIAE. Please, a round of applause for him. Also in absentia, we want to recognize the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Pierre Akunaya Ogogo, who is actually not here seated. Please let's also appreciate her, even in her absence. Next to be recognized is our very own registrar, Mrs. Ahalaji Tafa Lamidi. Please let's put our hands together for him. Also to be recognized is the bossa, the university bossa, Mr. Shino Adekunchu. Please a round of applause for him. The University Librarian is the next to be recognized in the person of Dr. Felicia Yusuf. Let's put our hands together in her absence. Also to be recognized today is the Dean of the College of Management Sciences, Professor Adebambo Sunuiwa. Please let's put our hands together for him. We also want to recognize the chairman and lead speaker of today's event, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi. Please let's put our hands together for him. Also to be recognized is the keynote speaker of today's event, Dr. Lawa Tadashi. Please let's put our hands together for him. We especially want to recognize our professors in the house. We start with Professor Aderoye from the College of Management Sciences, Department of Business Administration. Please let's put our hands together for him. Also present here is our very own professor, Professor Bibiana Unjobo from the Department of Economics, Accounting and Finance. Please let's put our hands together for him. For her. Also here present is the Deputy Dean of the College of Management Sciences, who is also the Chairman, Local Organizing Committee of this international conference, the person of Dr. Beno. Please let's put our hands together for him. We have the other deans and directors here present to recognize you, the heads of department here present, members of Senate here present, other professoriate members, other staff members of the university, invited guests, our postgraduate students, our undergraduate students. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. Please a round of applause for everyone. Without wasting our time, to further take us into the program, join me as I humbly welcome the Dean of College of Management Sciences, Professor Adebambo Sunuiwa, as he delivers his welcome address. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward. Please sustain the applause till he gets here.
Yeah, thank you, moderator. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on the existing and established protocol. And nevertheless, I still need to recognize the Vice Chancellor for support to the college, even at the shortest notice, always. All the same, I need to recognize the chairman of the occasion, Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, represented by my brother and a good friend that I normally call Emperor Olivia. You are welcome. In a similar vein, I want to recognize Dr. Lawal from the MTN. Thank you so much. The honored delegates, all the esteemed participants, once again, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is with joy and honor that I welcome you all to this prestigious international conference hosted by the College of Management Sciences, Best University of Technology. And this gathering is more than just a meeting. It is a celebration of intellectual exchange, a platform for academic excellence, and a chance for us to come together and reflect on the crucial topic of sustainable management in the digital age. Today, we are witnessing a time when technology is changing every aspect of life, including how we manage resources, businesses, and institutions. At the same time, we face global challenges that require immediate action, such as environmental problems, resource shortages, and economic instability. And that is why the conference is timely and necessary. It gives me the chance to listen, perhaps to learn, discuss, and work together to find meaningful solutions to the problems we face in our digital and interconnected world. I wish at this junction to use this medium to especially acknowledge the heads of departments, professors in the College of Management Sciences, teaching and non-teaching staff, and commerce for the support since I assumed duty as a dean. More importantly, for the professors, your leadership, academic strength, as well as commitment to excellence have helped in laying the solid foundation that continue to support events like this. It is through your guidance and support that this college continues to grow in research, teaching, and community engagement. Your contribution to the academic planning of this conference has not gone unnoticed, and I thank you sincerely for your constant dedication to the vision of this dear university. Our gathering here today has been made possible by the effort of many people. I express my deep appreciation to all our invited speakers who have made time to be with us despite their busy schedules. These individuals are thought leaders and experts in various areas of management, digital innovation, and of course, sustainable development. We are grateful that you will be sharing your knowledge and experience with us. Your participation will no doubt enrich the conversation that will take place in the next few days. I also want to thank the numerous delegates, as well as participants from across institutions and industries who have joined us from various parts of the country and beyond. Your presence here shows your interest in meaningful academic dialogue and your desire to explore new ways of thinking about sustainability and digital growth. This diversity of perspectives and backgrounds is what makes a conference like this so powerful, robust, and impactful. Let me not fail to appreciate our dedicated sponsors who supported this event financially and in other ways. Your backing shows your belief in the importance of academic research and collaboration. I also want to praise the tireless effort of our organizing committee, ably led by Dr. Bashir Bello, who happens to be the Deputy Dean of the Management Sciences. From the early planning stages to the final details, your hard work, commitment, and teamwork have made this conference possible. You have shown excellence behind the scenes, and for that, I thank you all. As we move into the sessions ahead, I encourage everyone to engage fully, ask questions, share your ideas, build connections, and use this opportunity to grow academically and professionally. A conference like this is not only about listening to speakers, but also about forming new partnerships, networking, discovering fresh ideas, and being inspired to act. It is my hope that through this gathering, we will open new doors of future collaborations and research. Let this conference be a spark that moves us towards innovative thinking, ethical leadership, and practical strategies that can be applied in real-world settings. And once again, I welcome you all warmly. I wish you a successful, meaningful, and enriching experience as we begin this journey together. Thank you, and may this conference have a lasting impact on all of us. Thank you once again.
Please, a round of applause for our amazing Dean, the Dean of College of Management Sciences, Professor Adebambo Sumiwa. Thank you, sir, for the welcome address. Without wasting our time, please, with a standing ovation, let's put our hands together for our Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Odudele Ojejiwon, as he steps forward to read his opening remarks. Please sustain the applause till he gets there. Thank you. Thank you.
Please be seated. Thank you. Kindly permit me to stand, sit, and perhaps romance the already well-established protocol by our able Dr. Toro. Thank you for bailing us out of protocol. However, let me recognize I call him Dr. Olivia. Thank you for coming. You represent MD. And Dr. Lawal, thank you also for being here. A few minutes ago, I said MTN everywhere you go. Thank you for taking time out to be here. While I want to thank the registrar and Secretary to Council for being here at this time. Thank you so much. All professors here present, they are well recognized. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, Bells Tech, only the best. It's good for Bells. So let me welcome you all on behalf of the University Management, staff and students of Bells University of Technology. And with great pleasure, I welcome you all to the 3rd International Conference of the College of Management Sciences, Coleman's, Bells University of Technology, Ota, Nigeria. For the benefit of our visitors, Bells University of Technology is the first private university of technology in Nigeria. And just about a week ago, while in Kenya, I try to remind them always that Bells University of Technology is the first private university of technology in Nigeria. I thought you would clap for us. And years ago, the University of Ibadan, if you made the first class, and you say, Mr. So and so, first class honors, everybody will rise up and clap for you. So it was the first private university of technology in Nigeria. Please give us a round of applause. Thank you very much. We were established in the year 2005, and so we are in the 20th year of the establishment of this university. So this 3rd International Conference is coming on in the 20th year of this university. The university has 5 colleges, and I call them 6 colleges. The 5 colleges and the College of Postgraduate Studies, that's making the 6, is the mother of all colleges. We have College of Natural Applied Sciences, College of Management Sciences, College of Engineering, College of Environmental Sciences, and the newest College of food and agricultural sciences. All these are under the College of Postgraduate Studies when it comes to postgraduate programs. Our mission, the mission of this university and the vision, is to be a world-renowned university that is committed to the development and transformation of the society through environmental-friendly technology and other innovations. It is noteworthy also that Bells University of Technology, Portal, is blazing the frontiers of research and knowledge with our commendable faculty teams and support staff who are highly committed to ensuring that only the best is good for Bells. These have resulted in full accreditation status of our programs by both the NUC and all relevant professional bodies, amongst others. Today's event, ladies and gentlemen, the theme of this Coleman's third international conference is Sustainable Management in the Digital Age. This is apposite, especially as we are in an era where technology reshapes every facet of our lives. And we stand at a pivotal moment to ensure that our digital advancement serve not just profit, but also people and the entire planet. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the digital age has unleashed tools that can revolutionize how we manage resources and everything we do. Artificial intelligence, IT, or AI, for example, optimizes energy grids, reducing waste in smart cities. While Internet of Things, IoT, devices monitor agricultural yields, enabling farmers to use water and fertilizers with more efficiency. Blockchain ensures transparency in supply chains, combating unethical practices. It should be, however, noted that these innovations are not just conveniences. They are lifelines for a world grappling with climate change, resource scarcity, and inequalities. Despite all this, ladies and gentlemen, it should be noted that the digital age brings along its peculiar challenges. Data centers empowering our cloud services consume vast amounts of energy, contributing to carbon emissions. 2, electronic waste is piling up as devices become obsolete faster than ever before, even more than we can recycle them. The digital divide persists with millions in developing regions lacking access to the tools that will transform their lives. Sustainable management, therefore, demands that we confront these issues with urgency and ingenuity. What does this look like in practice? I'm sure today we'll listen to extreme things from our keynote speakers as well as our guest lecturers. It means designing energy-efficient technology infrastructure like Google carbon neutral data centers, which use AI to cut energy use by more than 40%. It means also investing in e-waste recycling programs, as seen in initiatives like Dell's closed-loop recycling. It means bridging digital divide through projects like Starlink, which brings internet access to remote communities, empowering education and economic growth. or through trainings by the Digital Divide Institute aimed at empowering cadre staff to bridge the digital divide. So, ladies and gentlemen, sustainable management in the digital age is about balance, leveraging technology to drive efficiency while ensuring inclusivity and environmental stewardship. It requires collaboration across various sectors. One, governments crafting policies that incentivize green technology. Two, businesses prioritizing sustainability in their digital strategies. And communities advocating for equitable access. Together, we can create a digital ecosystem that thrives without depleting our planet's resources. Ladies and gentlemen, public lectures and conferences, let me reiterate especially that at this moment, I wish to specially recognize and appreciate our keynote speaker, Barrister Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, popularly known as CFAX, the Executive Chairman, CFAX Groups, for identifying with us and is being ably represented here today by Dr. Olivier, or Emperor Olivier. Please clap for him. Thank you for identifying with us today, for being here physically to represent your ED on this occasion, to give the keynote address. I strongly believe that today will further solidify our mutually beneficial relationship, which will only grow stronger by the day. Let me mention that CFAX is everywhere represented in institutions. Let me challenge CFAX today to make your presence felt in Bells University of Technology. And at the end of today, you'll be telling us something along that line. So our guest lecturer today, Dr. Tadeshi Lawal Babatunde, DTS Field and Radio High Level Support Manager of the MTN Nigeria. MTN everywhere you go. I thank you for coming. And I really believe that this marks the beginning of greater relationship between Belstech and your good self, as you have promised. Just a few minutes ago, Dr. Lawal promised that the signal strength of MTN in Belstech will become second to none after today. He asked for only one thing: what is the population of students here? And I told him, undergraduates is 4,300. For postgraduates, 1,002. So please make sure you make position for 5,500 students, or even more, because we are growing by leaps and bounds. If you make it 6,000, we are good to go. Thank you so much. He has made a promise, and I'm sure after this time out, MTN will be everywhere on this campus. Like my eminent preferred personalities who are gathered here today and those online, I strongly believe that we will all benefit more on this broad theme of sustainable management in the digital age. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, let me reiterate that Bells University of Technology, we are committed to producing graduates that have the propensity to leverage the nation from the shackles of ignorance and poverty. Don't you give yourself a round of applause. Thank you very much for clapping for yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me also at this juncture congratulate the Dean, College of Management Sciences, Professor Adebabo, who show you his deputy, Dr. Benue, the head of departments here present, the chairman and members of the planning committee who have made this outing already very beautiful. Let me recognize our professors here present, even at this occasion. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Please, we can do more than that. Please, a round of applause for our Vice Chancellor. Thank you, sir, for the opening remark. To take us further into this program, we are going to the next item, which is the citation of the chairman, which is also the lead speaker of today's event, that is Chief Afolabi, the chairman of CFAS Group, who is ably represented by Mr. Oliver, the corporate affairs manager, CFAS Group. To read the citation of the lead speaker, let me humbly call on Dr. Margaret Ogumbi from the Department of Management Technology to read the citation. Thank you. Please, a round of applause for her as she comes forward.
Please permit me to stand on the already established protocol as I proceed. It is my great honor to read the citation of the keynote speaker, Dr. Taiwo Olayinka Akobami, CON Chairman, CFAS Group. Sir, please, I beg your indulgence to stand and kindly remain standing while I read the citation. Thank you, sir. Dr. Taiwo Olayinka Akobami is the chairman of CFAS Group, a leading multinational conglomerate with strategic investment across key sectors, including maritime, aviation, logistics, oil and gas, financial services, and hospitality. Renowned for his visionary leadership and business acumen, Dr. Taiwo Akobami has built the group into one of the Africa's most respected brands, recognized for its operational excellence, global partnership, and commitment to nation building. Through the entrepreneurial drive, CFAS Group has established and managed several thriving subsidiaries, including Port and Cargo Handling Services Limited, CFAS Off-Dock Limited, CFAS Logistics Company Limited, CFAS Shipping Company Limited, CFAS Shipping Inland Container Terminal Limited, and CFAS Global Shipping and Logistics, which oversees international operations from its base in Houston, Texas. The group also includes Skyway Aviation Handling Company PLC, SHAPO, Sky Capital and Financial Alliance International Limited, and McCordy Hospitality Limited, owners of prestigious Lagos Marriott Hotel in Ikeja, Lagos. Mr. Afolabi holds a bachelor's degree in law from the University of Lagos. He then obtained a master's degree in international law of diplomacy, as well as urban logistics and transportation policy from the same institution. His contributions to the growth of Nigerian economy and his role in shaping key sectors have earned him the National Honor of Commander of the Order of the Niger, CON. He also served as the honorary consul of the Republic of Djibouti in Nigeria. Nigeria Institute of Freight Forwarders, Certified Institute of Shipping, Nigeria Institute of Shipping, Port and Terminal Management Academy of Nigeria, where he also served as chairman. Certified Board of Administrators of Nigeria, Institute of Directors, Nigerian Society of Maritime Researchers, and the Chartered Institute of Lagos, Nigeria. Please let's clap. His remarkable career and philanthropic impact have also been recognized with honorary doctorate degree from institutions both within and outside Nigeria, including Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, the European American University of Dominican Republic, Commonwealth University in Paris, and most recently, an honorary degree in business administration from Ajayi Crowther University of Washington. This next class. Dr. Taiwo Afolabi stands as beacon of entrepreneurial excellence, industrial innovation, and transformational leadership. He continues to shape Africa's business landscape through his enduring commitment to excellence and socio-economic development. Please, with a standing ovation, let's rise up to welcome Dr. Olayinka Taiwo Afolabi, CON, Chairman, CCAS Group, as he comes to deliver this time. Keep clapping until we come to Mount. Keep clapping. Sustain the clap. Keep sustaining. Keep is represented by Mr. Oliver Omadua. You're welcome.
Let's take our seats. Well, like you have been told, I'm here to represent my representative chairman, Mr. Olayinka Afolabi, who is unavoidably absent, who have got to be here. Actually took on this assignment to be here himself, and like in our usual character, when we have situations like this, we sit down, put it together, and we call this management team to critique and to look at it and go through it. So incidentally, I'm also the Deputy Director of Strategy and Operations for the group. So I'm very much part of this lecture. So without wasting so much time, because we're in logistics and we know time is money. Okay, so I'm sure I've been given about 40 minutes. I should be able to deliver this in very much less than that. So I will deliver this speech almost verbatim as prepared by my CEO. So this is a speech delivered by Dr. Taiwo Olayinka Afolabi, CON, at the Todd Bells University of Technology, International Conference College of Management Sciences, on sustainable management in the digital age, navigating the future with innovation and responsibility. And so, since the VC, my elder, has laid the foundation, the protocols, I would also want to stand on that existing protocol, sir. And without much ado, I also want to recognize the presence of the Pro-Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor, Professor Jeremiah Oludele Ojediro. who has also impacted in my life. It's been a personal impetus to my development in management. So please, let's clap for RBC. I appreciate you, sir. We also want to recognize the presence of the Dean, College of Management Sciences, Professor Eko Shomuiwa, who decided to give me another rank. He's a whole friend, so please let's clap for him. I also want to recognize the presence of distinguished faculty members, College of Management Sciences, members of the academic community, invited guests and students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. So as I delve into this discourse, we are business people, and we have come to the academic setting where there are a lot of back and forth and questioning, and we are ready for it. We are quite practical in our operation, and I'm sure you seen or you listened to the citation of my principal. Presently, we run businesses across 6 sectors of the economy. And that transcends the maritime, from maritime to aviation, from aviation to oil and gas, from oil and gas to financial, from financial to hospitality, and from hospitality to other businesses. Okay? So we are practical people, we are hands-on. But we know the academic environment thrives on inquisition. We try as much as possible to answer all your inquisition with our practical experiences. Thank you so much. And so let me delve into the discourse. As delivered by Dr. Taiko Olayinka Afolabi, CON, it is a privilege for me to address this August gathering today at this prestigious Dallas University of Technology, an institution that stands as a beacon of innovation and transformation. I think they want to clap for yourself. As the first private university of technology in Nigeria, this university embodies a vision that resonates deeply with our topic today: sustainable management in the digital age. The university's mission to discover, disseminate, and apply knowledge for human well-being and societal development is not just a statement, it's a call to action. It challenges us to think critically about how we can use technology to create a sustainable future. So let's dive into the critical discussion with a blend of insight, humor, and inspiration. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where change is the only constant phenomenon. Technology has revolutionized everything, from how we order food to how we play, communicate, socialize, and run businesses. Today, technology has paved the way for the advent of products and services that were never dreamt of or imagined decades ago. Imagine we have a young student at this university who, alongside others, developed a mobile app called AgriConnect that connects smallholder farmers and buyers, thereby eliminating middlemen and ensuring fair prices. This app not only boosts farmers' income, but also reduces food waste by streamlining supply chain. And it also makes their products more competitive in the market. This is the power of the digital age. It transforms lives and communities. If we, as business leaders and managers, do not adapt to this digital transformation, we risk becoming the legends of the past, forgotten in the dustbin of history. That will not be our portion in Jesus' name. I said you will not be forgotten in the dustbin of history. Sustainable management. What does it really mean in today's world? The concept of sustainable management is often associated with environmental conservation. While that is true, today's conversation extends beyond going green. Sustainable management in the digital age is about ensuring that businesses, government, and institutions remain resilient, innovative, and future-proof despite rapid technological advancements. In simple terms, how do you stay relevant when the world around you is changing faster than the speed of a Nigerian wedding announcement? That's a poster for you. How do you stay relevant in a changing world that keeps changing, keeps changing, keeps changing? And so to address this, we're going to take a case study of two of our subsidiaries. I don't know how many of us are so familiar with both the maritime sector and the aviation sector. I know my profs, my elders here, if not for the maritime sector, probably the aviation sector. Each time you travel in the airport, and for some of our students here, and you go to the airport, you see the ground handling operation. Those are the people that handle your luggage and every other thing preparatory to you going into the aircraft. It is SACOR. But the maritime sector, that is where the brand comes from, the CFAS Group. We are also a concessionaire in the port. I'm sure you know sometimes ago, I'm sure it's only the elders here that understand when the port congestion used to be a terrible thing in Nigeria, and the federal government of Nigeria came up with concessioning the ports, you know. Like we always say, running business is not the business of government. Government business is just to prepare an enabling environment and let the people that are wired to run business run the business. So at that point in time, ports were concessioned in Nigeria, and through one of our special vehicles, we found the ports and cargo handling services, and we won the bid to run the Terminal C of the Tinkham Island ports, and simply call it ports and cargo. And from there, we moved on to aviation, where we also bidded for the then Nigerian Handling Company. And I'm sure most students might not know, but I know the elders in the house. They also know what Nigerian Airways used to be then. And that's how we came in. And we also won the bid to be running SACO, the brand handling of the aviation sector. And so anywhere in the Nigerian airports, all over the Federation, you have SACO. And you will see, anytime you see those trolley, those push trucks with orange, blue, white, and black, that is a member of CFAS Group. And so quickly, I'll go to the two case studies. You know, a few years at CFAS Group, we faced a challenge that many logistics and maritime companies encounter, which were rising operational costs, environmental concerns, and inefficiencies in cargo handling. The world was moving fast, and so was the need for sustainable solutions that not only protected the environment but also improved business performance. One of our breakthrough moments came when we decided to digitize and optimize our operation. at the Ports and Cargo Handling Services. Our port subsidiary, like I said, at Tinkan Island Port, Lagos. Traditionally, port operation are labor intensive, paper-driven and time-consuming. For those that are used to the port environment, you have to move into the long room, moving paper from one table to the other, to custom, and all of that. Cargo clearance took longer, energy consumption was high, and unnecessary bottlenecks slowed down productivity. To address these challenges, we implemented a digital TOS, Terminal Operating System, that automated cargo tracking, and this reduced the paperwork and optimized the movement of goods. So with one button, all of those processes that you have to move from one table to the other are taken care of. The ship reduced a carbon footprint. You know, you have to print documents, copy here and there. Those are carbon footprints that were significantly reduced by cutting down on fuel consumption and paper waste while improving turnaround time for vessel and cargo owners. I'm sure most of us must have heard about 24 hours clearing in the Nigerian port. It is possible to do the right thing. Additionally, we integrated energy efficient equipment and embraced cleaner energy alternatives in our warehouses and terminals. The result, a more efficient, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly operation that strengthens our position as an industry leader. I can tell you, without mincing words, that we were able to achieve an upscaling of about 45% with the adoption of the technologically driven TOS. Sustainability and digital transformation are not just buzzwords, they are business imperatives. Like I said earlier, for us in the industry, time is money. By embracing these systems, we are not only securing the future of our company, but also contributing to a greener and more prosperous world. However, our commitment to sustainable management extend beyond the maritime sector. Just as we revolutionized cargo handling at a terminal in the port, we also embrace innovation in the aviation ground handling. So the second case study is the SACO. Building on the principles of operational efficiency and environmental responsibility, the aviation subsidiary of our group, Skyway Aviation Handling Company, SACO PLC, recently achieved a record-breaking turnaround time by offloading 37 pallets from an Ethiopian Airlines Boeing 777 freighter in just 37 minutes. That is 1 minute per pallet. And that became the fastest of its kind in Africa. This was no ordinary feat. Ordinarily, an aircraft of that size takes up to an hour for ground handling. So you can imagine what that means, almost half. Yet by leveraging cutting-edge digital logistics solution, real-time tracking, and streamlined operation, we were able to slash the time by almost half. This efficiency was not just about speed. It was a direct result of sustainable management, reducing fuel consumption, minimizing delay, and optimizing resources. This achievement speaks volume about the power of digital transformation in driving sustainability. Just as we witnessed in our port operation, SACO's PLC success proves that investing in modern technology is just not an option, but a necessity. At CFAS Group, this is the standard we uphold in all our subsidiaries, leveraging digital tools, optimizing workflows, and ensuring that sustainability is at the heart of operations. Because in today's world, the business that thrive are not just the fastest, but the smartest and most responsible. And so quickly as we are bringing this paper to a close, we'll be sharing about 5 key principles in sustainable management in a digital age. 5 of them, just 5 for now. The first one, embrace digital transformation or be left behind. That's a reality. I'm sure if I ask most of our students here, even the profs and all the academic elites, if we take a census here right away, and we look at the banks we use today, I'm sure, very much sure, that the majority of our Gen Zs will be the ones that are digitally savvy. They have the hopings of this world, right? Kudas of this world. I'm sure there's no student here without any of those. You ask them to Weber Bank, ask them to go to Zenith, they will say, nah, it's too slow, right? That is where we are. So if you don't flow with the time, you will be left behind. I pray none of us will be left behind. So we're going to tell a little bit of story here that I think most of us should be quite conversant with, both the old school and the Gen Zs. Maybe the Gen Zs might not know the other parts. Okay? So don't be surprised, you might not see some of the things I'm saying in what you have, because I was also part of the production. So it's easier for me to deliver. So my chairman said he wants to tell this little story. Back in the early 2000s, Blockbuster was the king of home entertainment. There are thousands of physical stores renting out movies. Then along came Netflix. I'm sure we all know Netflix. A tiny company that offered DVDs by mail at its inception. Netflix is a portmanteau of nets. I'm sure you understand what portmanteau is. It's like the box, your boxes that our daddies and mommies used to carry, containing so many things there. Okay? It's a portmanteau of nets referring to the internet, and flicks, the slang term for movies or films. The name reflects the company's original mission of providing movie rentals via the internet, which later expanded to include streaming. Essentially, Netflix means internet films or movies on the internet. Blockbuster was a big name there in entertainment. They had a chance to buy Netflix for just $50 million.
in the work of, credited to the work of Adebite and Okonkwo in 2023. The digital transformation in Africa has been significantly shaped by a surge in fintech, agri-tech, and renewable energy startup. The sector are driving innovation and economic growth across the continent by leveraging technology to address key challenges and opportunities. We also see the example of fintech. The fintech started in Kenya by the Central Bank of the governor of the Central Bank of Kenya. He said, we are going to monitor what we did not know. That was about over 20 years ago. But as we speak today, we can see the impact of fintech. Even the bank is feeling it. They are putting the bank in the perspective where they are. Because if you go to the bank before, you have to queue. Now banks start learning about what to do to attract their customer. It's not like before. Now you can see this thing, MTN also has imbibed into the fintech, trying to promote financial inclusivity. So they have Momo, which they use, and I want to use this opportunity to invite you to join Momo. You can download the app on the store. Momo is a fintech devised by MTN to promote financial inclusivity. And now we are trying another thing with Momo. You can receive money abroad on Momo without necessarily going to the bank or go to central bank or whatever. You can also transfer. So this one is going to be inaugurated maybe this coming week. But currently, you can do all transactions you can do in bank or your Momo. We also have Airtel Money. These are financial inclusivity that is being driven by telecommunication. So this is part of digital transformation that can sustain our environment. Now, agri-tech. We have seen a solution from agri-tech whereby we connect agricultural practices and connecting farmer to market directly using AI. The renewable energy startup are promoting sustainable energy solution and addressing energy access gap. We all know in our house now, everybody trying to get inverter. If you don't get inverter, you get solar. The idea is just to reduce lower carbon in the atmosphere. When we remove this lower carbon in the atmosphere, automatically you are promoting sustainability, directly or indirectly. So where everybody is assessing it, electrical engineer, student here, can actually come up with another solution to make sure his department is fully embedded, using AI, embedded in green energy by leveraging on AI. So another thing I wanted to talk about is Nigeria now, because we've talked about Africans generally. So now in Nigeria, we have key barriers that is mitigating against sustainable management. Even though we are in the digital age, even though we have adopted digital age, some we adapted, some we adopt. But what are the key challenges? The major key challenges is power infrastructure, data governance, gaps, and cyber security, which hinder full-scale digital sustainability according to Gondele 2022. Addressing this issue through strategic public-private partnership is recommended. Regulatory reform and investment in digital infrastructure is a crucial for aligning Nigeria with global best practices in sustainable management. This one is expected to value in 2023. Now, digital sustainability, telecommunication industry message. Sustainability in digital age refers to balancing the economy, social and environmental needs while leveraging on technology. The telecom industry plays a crucial role in digital transformation, but we must adopt sustainable practices to reduce environmental impact. The three pillars of sustainability: environmental, social, and economy. So I'll be dealing with, I will start with digital transformation and sustainability. Technology enhanced sustainability through IoT, monitoring energy use and resource efficiency. Recently, there is one article that was published. They call it in-house energy efficiency. What they do? The guy used sensors and connect all the devices in the house with the sensors, IoT sensors. What that sensors did was just to collect the data and analyze it. When they analyze it, it transfers it to blockchain. So blockchain now take it and see, first of all, you balance it, like first of all, through the AI, what are the activities? Monitoring the human being itself. What are those things we usually do? At what time and when? So it triggered this and then built a model for it. Now, they now balance the model with the data collecting from all the devices controlling the house. And from there they can build the devices to reduce your energy consumption, thereby optimizing your energy efficiency. Because sometimes when you go out, You might even forget to give your appliances, even light, and all those things. And that's why in some hotels, when you go there, they will give you the card. It is this card that will regulate your consumption in the house. Whenever you are going out, you don't forget, but you must close the door and hand over the key. Once you close the door and hand over the key, all the lights switch off, all the appliances switch off. So what it is that you are optimizing your energy, and it is through AI, the embedded AI, that they were able to develop this. Now, optimizing the network to reduce power consumption. I'll be speaking to this one from a telecommunication perspective. Now, we are optimizing the network. Before, we need to send our data to go up. There is congestion here, we cannot make more, either we go there and tune the antenna to that place to satisfy the customer experience. But we are no longer doing that, even though we are not there. But currently, we are doing type approval of AI-embedded antenna. What the antenna does is that we sample the traffic and see who is using 4G, who is using 5G in this area and the other area, and automatically switch itself to the traffic without any human intervention. That is currently ongoing now. We still have another technology embedded with AI. We have 4G and antenna before, we have 5G antenna before. Now we are now matching the two antennas together to the mobile. What it does is that if your handset is capable of 4G, and this people antenna is capable of 5G, but at that particular situation, more people are on 4G more than 5G. What it does is it assign more resources, take the resources from 5G, and assign automatically to the people on 4G, and vice versa. So that is AI antenna embedded in the telecommunication system. And that one is going to go across, though it might be very, very expensive, because when you are talking about energy, you are talking about the cost. To do this one require a lot of cost and research. There is smart network. The telecommunication has gone beyond ordinary phone call or SMS services. We have used telecommunication as a remote services. Like, take for example, a project that we did in Shell, whereby they wanted to monitor the head, the conductor head in the offshore. These telecommunication devices. What we did was just to put the sensor on the monitor and connect to the control system via telecommunication, and they are remotely monitoring it without any wire connected over the air interface. At Shell in Port Harcourt, they can monitor all the weather across all the weather. Over 500 weather can be monitored remotely. And this one can only be achieved because of the latency, the accuracy required. This one can only be done by 5G. So that is part of the digital transformation and sustainability in telecommunication. Now, Nigeria has about 200 million subscribers, and the key player is MTN. MTN happens to be the market leader. MTN is about 26% in Africa compared to other telcos. Airtel have strong rural telecommunication experience. Those are the key advantages peculiar to each of the operators. Why do I know mobile? They are just driving digital inclusivity. And currently, I don't want to speak on mobile because of issues surrounding the infrastructure they have. The key challenges here is higher energy consumption. We are already generating all the sites, and we are contributing to the carbon level calculation. MTN has almost logically about 20,000 sites. No, sorry, this is about 20,000 sites, and logically about 56,000 sites in terms of technology. And if we are running diesel to power these telecommunication services, you can see the amount of fossil fuel that we are emitting on the service. So how do we sustain this environment, limiting the climatic change, limiting the effect on the climatic issues that we have? So that means that telcos to sit down and re-energize and think in terms of AI, in terms of IoT, what can they do to reduce the fossil fuel emitted from their side? Not only MTN, we have that in Airtel, in Glo, and other network operators. We never even talk of other houses that have generators. So we should start thinking of embedded solar energy, wind energy in order to reduce the climatic impact due to the future. The e-waste management. How can telecommunication dispose their electrical waste in their site? How? Now, in that time I will tell you, our contract with the supplier, OEM, we have three particular ways. Big OEM, so to say, Ericsson, we have we have safety. So it's a contractual issue. What we did is that any equipment that is obsolete, that we don't use it, we have to transfer it back to the company. Because in Nigeria, we don't have any means of disposing this item. The only thing is just make it contractual and let them take it back to their country and do their own artificial intelligence or whatever they have to dispose of them. Then regulatory compliance. for us to have sustainability policy embedded in Nigeria and sustainability practices in containing the waste management, regulator, especially NCC, they have a lot of work to do. Our NCC just sit down over there collecting licenses for frequencies. They don't even have impact in states, only sit at Abuja, and then issue instructions. And then you will see that people will give them paper, this is what they are doing, but they cannot verify. So they have to do more in ensure and force the telco to make sure they provide standard in terms of sustainability, disposing their waste, and make sure that the environment is clean. Now, energy efficient telecom, our recommendation is solar power base station. We have seen that, but majorly it's on rural telephone. Because with the solar and rural telephone, you don't have much power. So you can easily just put solar there, but you can do more by starting putting it combined. What MTN did in their switch is to use gas. We are migrating from diesel to gas. So we have gas station in all the sector where we have so many devices. But we can do more because this requires fund. So we SCC should make it as a point to other people to emphasize this to other people to make sure they use gas instead of using diesel generator. Also, we use smart grid. Energy optimization for the production factor also is recommended. While we have energy storage solution. Before we use normal battery, now we are transitioning to lithium battery. Lithium battery has embedded AI in it, which can accommodate, you can use it in your site without any noise. But noise alone is a pollution. So if you use lithium energy, it gives you better services through the use of AI. Then waste management, we encourage the use of circular economy, whereby e-waste recycling program, which encouraging disposal of telecom equipment. I've talked about that. Partnering with waste management firm for eco-friendly disposal. Then sustainability, social sustainability in telecom. Also, we need to bridge the gap. We need to bridge the gap by expanding affordable internet in rural area. This one is ongoing, but as a businessman, every one of us knows that we follow the economic investment. So if you are to deploy services, you look at where you can quickly get your money back. And that is why when MTN came, Airtel and others, the first thing was to take 3 cities. What are those cities? Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja. These are the country. Those are the 3 areas. They neglected rural telephone completely because this is the area where they come from. So our NCC should do more by enforcing them to prioritize rural telephony. So this is ongoing. We are going to do there. The community development. I know for MTN, I can only speak for MTN, sorry about that. We do corporate social responsibility initiative focusing on ICT, education, and digital training. So with this, we used to do every year. This is equivalent to 1% of our total CapEx spending every year, and that's 1 billion. And I've talked to Dr. today that we are going to leverage on that to see whatever MTN can do. MTN will not give money, but what they can do is just to collaborate with us, maybe laboratory, maybe library, maybe 1 billion they can baptize and leave it and we are going to work on that. Then inclusive services, provide a certain solution for people with disability also. We do that. So I've talked about regulatory framework and compliance. So the little thing I wanted to say is that the final recommendation, or let's say the future and trend of innovation, the future trend and innovation, the 5G network, higher efficiency and lower energy consumption, all, as we said now, only MTN have licenses for 5G in Nigeria. So we should try as much as possible to invite other people, Airtel, and then probably the global, I'm not sure. Maybe they have a license so that we can, because we want to digitize, you need fast network that have low latency and high throughput. We wanted to do remote operation now. I've seen a situation where they use IoT embedded with AI to do remote operation from America in South Africa. And the person after the operation started up immediately and started drinking tea. And the connection is from America to South Africa because the network is one. The latency is nearly 0. So if you have to have embedded that in Nigeria, then is that we should have 5G, not only one. We should come across all of them. Maybe probably the industry from the license price. Maybe other people can as well join. That's one of these things. Then we should also try to embed AI-driven optimization using predictive analytics for sustained telecom management, which means that, just like what I said about Yann, this is an initiative that comes from South Africa, from Barcelona, when we went for conferences. I wanted to experiment it. That, okay, look at Bell. Bell has 5,500 across the country. And I put our 5,000 naira to base our analytics on maybe 8,000 thereabout. And then we are coming to make sure you have the best network that I've ever had. We are running it in Babcock University. I championed it, and the technology that we use there is called massive mining. Massive mining. You have a research center. Okay, we look at the place. We will do TSS and bring mining to this place by the special grace of God. The work we start as from today, how we communicate in the water part. We will revolutionize Babcock, we will revolutionize Bell University with latest technology using mining, so that if you don't have distance learning before, you can start to prepare to have distance learning now. So that's where I'm at. So I welcome question and answer. I don't want to waste much of your time. I have a lot, but I feel that I'm not giving the time, and I'm timing myself. So I have a lot to discuss, but I just wanted to stop here. So if you have any question, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please let's sustain the applause. Thank you for that wonderful presentation. We appreciate you, sir. Yes, right now we are going to, because time is fast spent already, we are going to the questions and answer section. And of course, like you rightly said, we know so many of us have questions that, of course, we want clarifications to. And we will want the speakers to at least shed more light on them. So if you fall into the category of those that have questions to ask or anything that you think needs clarification from what has been said so far, kindly indicate and bring the microphone to where you are. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much for a well-prepared lecture. My question goes to Dr. Tanisha. Thank you for coming, and thank you for promising to add value to Paris University of Technology. I know you're going to bring the best, because it's only the best that is good for us here. Thank you. I want to ask this question. Sometimes you are sitting next to somebody, and you call an MTN number, and you say the number you are calling is not available. You are very close to the person. Question number one. Two, there are calls that are not well received. I cannot hear you. It's the network. If the network is not clear, and yet we are charged. Why? The next question is, you have talked about other means of energy. I expect that network MTN at this level. You have mentioned them to leverage on the solar, the wind, the e-waste, so that we stop using diesel. And there are times, I don't know how far you have gone to rural places. If you are traveling and you call somebody, there is a place you get to. He said there is no network there. So what are you trying to do to have a wide coverage? Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, I would like to have a follow-up question so that we just respond once and for all in order to save time. Please, do we have any more questions? Anyone? Okay, please step forward. Can you introduce yourself as you ask your questions? Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to the VC, our distinguished guest speakers. My question goes to our distinguished lecturer that represented the Barrister Olabi. you run an operation where you're trying to bring in the digital aspect into your operations. But you probably also have some employees who are used to the legacy system of those carrying paper from one place to the other. How are you able to bring them on board? Because like you said also, software don't run the system. People need to run those softwares. Maybe it's good for you to share with us. Thank you.
Do you have any other questions? Students, please, step forward. Step forward, please. We want to have more than 2 questions from our students, so please be preparing your questions. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you, PC and panel. My name is Otto from the University of London, UK. The concept of sustainability emanates from ASEAN, which talk about economic, social, and governance. I want to ask you precisely the area. I used to see people train with GSM, people go there to make calls. Eventually we migrated. Then when you look at the people employed, during those days, they were making income. Now, the full implementation of digitalization or the AI analytics, when it comes to full operation, I believe every action has a cost. What is the cost to labor? For example, we're going to lose a lot of jobs. Just like in the UK where you have the implementation of AI that perform operations, that also teaches lecturers are no longer needed in some area. What is the cost to develop the country? How do we manage the cost? And who bear the brunt when income line are lost? Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think we just take one more question. And any other question? Okay, if you ask another question, we will like the speakers to really respond. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for that question. Let me see. I think the question for me, I think it's the second question that talked about those staff that are what I will refer to as old school. Am I correct, sir? The old school staff that are used to copying paper, moving paper here and there. Said, how do we manage our staff to transform to the new? I'll tell you, like the paper we are presented, we'll talk about training, reskilling, upskilling. And that's why if you know the maritime sector very well, probably in all of our other subsidiaries, in the oil and gas, the financial institution, in the hospitality business, it might be a prerequisite for you to even come in the first place. You have to have a starting level of digital knowledge for you to come. Because if you don't have that, you are not likely to be part of. But for the foundation, which is in the maritime sector, the job really, like I said earlier, are manually driven with a lot of paper. But what we have done is to ensure that we train our staff. We retrain. And there are times we have a chit-chat section that they come and tell us. Because you know, the old school, quote and unquote, can be very rigid. This is the way we have been doing it. And this is the way we continue to do it. They are, like the elders who say in balance, not the jakita, not the jakita. If you want to bend them, you will break them. They are like dry fish. You know, but we tax and understand because, like we said, it's not about technology alone. The people too are relevant. They have some wealth of experiences that you cannot discountenance. So instead of putting them aside or shipping them away, what we do is to train and retrain and also let them see this. Because don't force force it on this set of people. You cannot force it. You have to let them see reason why that they have to imbibe the new thing in town. And I can tell you right now, if I know your question was going to come, I will have gone with one of our business staff who has known about 35 years with us. You know, and it is really a bridge between that age and the new age. As small as I am, as young as I am, by October I will have also done 19 years of Silver School. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ma, if I get you right, I classify your question into three. Number one is energy efficiency. Number two is network availability. And number three is solar delivery. Now, in terms of energy efficiency, everything is just coming up. No, I'm talking about digitalization. It's not so easy. The power phone. And if you go to different countries like China, Japan, Canada, you will see that we transited from using for diesel or whatever to either solar or turbine or whatever in just powers. But when we start in Africa, we are jubilating. We used to use that before. But when the GSM came, how many people can afford it? Very, very expensive. So the cost of deploying these sites is showing to billions of dollars. But what we are seeing today is steps. If I tell you last year, I cost of managing the entire network and in charge of operation, the vice space I control to decide. It's about 200 million. That was here before the class. Last year, because of theft, I spent about 1.2 billion. Our people go to sites and vandalize the site and took away the back, took away the generator. It's even worse now in Port Harcourt. You know what they do? They went to site, they not vandalize the back and kill you. They took away the entire cabinet. The entire cabinet. On one side, they went and vandalized the space. We thought so this place we are trying to remove the following day and they come carry away the cabinet. You can see the extent at which the problem that we have. So now, if you wanted to go into solar, what will happen? You wanted to go into wind or what will happen? We have a lot of vandalization. But what everything is doing is strategical and those switching centers that host several upsides, whereby that side goes down and petrol side. We are converting those energies to gas. Some will have gas, some will still have solar. So that at any point in time, it should never go down. Because those are very important for the nation, not only anything. MTN is hosting Google data in Nigeria. Before, if you want to Google anything, you take it to South Africa. Then go to Singapore. Singapore is where they put security, all the firewall for security. They believe this company is experts on security. So they don't leverage on what to start. They are sources to them. So whatever person will go to South Africa is Singapore, you look different from that. So when we look at the cost associated with this travel of managing data services, it's not for us to go through data. So if your network is open and you have done that, you have done that, and we make sure on all those sites where we have data center, it's being powered by gas. No longer have to start done that. So that's part of energy business. We are going to get there. We are still going to go. That is what I can say. Just to energy business. Now, you said network availability. Maybe someone decide and for yes, it happens. Maybe it's not really MTN network. Maybe we are calling another network. And if it's really MTN network, fine, because remember, no machine of so many business. At times we have fiber failure, at times we have fiber cut, at times we have firewall, we have cyber issue that we are tackling in Canada. But if it is peculiar to a singular person, not generality, that means it's an isolated issue. Maybe the site that generated the subscriber have problem. But if it's general, then that will be issue that relevant to what happens. But it's only maybe one person, decided. So that is what I can say about that. We have general issue about network availability due to vandalization, due to availability of diesel, so many things. Then under one, like I said, in Nigeria today, the strategy MTN is using is a partnership. We have so many companies, they say they can do it. They now do partnership. They buy They were acquired the matter themselves, get all the licenses from local government, erect all the infrastructure, get even all the facilities, what they need to connect to our core. They connect to the core, and then they are doing what's called governance, all of it, every week, to ensure our rural development is one. But you can only do it with a partnership. You cannot stop them. If we make money, maybe we share the same start. So, but we are thinking of that. The reason why we do it is because it's very, very required finance to put all the rural telephone in place and maintain it. Even the urban city, we still have some small hope, that hope, and we need to drop. So that's the reason we are trying. And apart from the partnership like that, if you have any place that want us to put, like the other want to say that don't have issue, let us know. We will put masks there, and then we will connect with your family. Thank you.
Because without that knowledge, some are good in AI,
but they don't have the knowledge. Okay? And when you bring somebody from the university environment, it will make that knowledge simple for you. Then they also recognize the fact that in training you need the skill and the attitude too, because some they have the skill, they have the knowledge with no attitude, and they say without positive attitude you are going nowhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for that wonderful contribution. Yes, right into the program, we are going to the presentation of awards to our various speakers. May I humbly call on the Vice Chancellor to do us the honor of presenting the plaques to our guest lecturer. Please kindly put your hands together as we make welcome Dr. Taiwo Afolabi, the chairman of ably represented by Mr. Olivier. Please, a round of applause for him as he steps forward.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we just had a very good outing today. AI is moving. Lecturers are not things. We are still there. But we have to upskill. We have to improve. We have to train and train. We cannot afford to sleep. People will be passing by. So thank you very much for training us today. Putting us on our toes. When you see a gap, that's your assignment. So thank you very much to Barrister Dr. Afolabi, everything was sent by I think the doctor is going to take it. Dr. Olivia, thank you for that. Please speak up today. That was a brilliant speech. Let's take our greetings back to Dr. Afolabi. That we're expecting very soon. Once it's done, once it's elsewhere, everyone will be here. Congratulations. Thank you. This is from the college. So on behalf of the College of Management Sciences, this is presented to Dr. Afolabi, presented by Hussein Brown. Now the US University of Technology, NASA, only the best programs. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir. He's a round of applause for him.
You are highly academic. That speaks volumes. Thank you for the presentation. We kept some of our tools come to travel from Europe to Africa and then back to Nigeria. Thank you for leaving us out. God bless you. Thank you for the guest speaker. This third international conference. This is from College of Management Sciences, Zoe College, and you will come from Germany. Coming past that, the of us are here, don't have to prepare. Thank you, God bless you. Yes, the first private university when they promised us that now on we can have MJ everywhere we go on this campus. I want to take you on particularly and find out we are going to ODL. We planning that very big, so when that comes on, to really enhance it. Moving on. Thank you very much. Look up the please pick him up on this. Yeah, on 5G.
Thank you so much, sir. The Queen will be as a vice chancellor to just hold on a bit for his own award as we call on the registrar and our dean to present it to him. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, the big masquerade.
Yes.
I often address him as a quietly intelligent, proficient, and very efficient. We are from the College of Management Sciences. I want to give you this award of leadership. It is for honoring us and responding to our calls, even on the shortest time. And God will honor you. Thank you, sir. Yesterday from the College of Management Sciences. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you.
Please, we also want us to do the honor of presenting our gift to our dean. While Mr. Ataka also great to assist in presenting the gift to our dean. Thank you, sir.
Professor Shu, and I call it company. This is an award from exemplary leadership. And I know that we did that all along. Thank you for leading work very well. Thank you for Ivan, since thank you for moving the college forward. Bless you.
Is there a applause for them? One more thing, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
On behalf of the college, presenting this to you. That's the condition of the work and you are being. Please do more. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. You are highly appreciated, sir. We love you, sir. From the College of Management Sciences. Thank you, sir. Please, a round of applause for them. Our students. Yes, we gradually are coming to the end of today's program. And the next thing on the agenda is vote of thanks. Kindly join me as I make welcome the Deputy Dean of College of Management Sciences, who is also the Chairman and Local Organizing Committee of this International Conference, as he comes forward to make his vote of thanks as well as the closing prayer. Please, a round of applause for him. Thank you.
I want to thank Almighty Allah for making today possible. Standing on the existing protocol, I will first of all like to thank the Vice Chancellor and his Amin team. It is through the Vice Chancellor that things are happening. We can describe our Vice Chancellor as a transformative leader and the embodiment of development and embodiment of peace and a catalyst of innovation. Sir, we thank you so much for everything you are doing. Almighty God will continue to protect you. I also want to show our appreciation to our speakers. The lecture today has been very educative, informative, and thought-provoking, and we have imbibed everything, hook, line, and sinker. We thank you very much, Dr. Taiwo, being represented by Mr. Olivia, and my friends, Dr. Lawal. We really appreciate you for honoring our invitation, despite your tight schedule, and I pray Almighty will continue to honor you. I also appreciate all the sponsors for this this program, starting from Nestle, CFAS, and other numerous companies that we have not mentioned, to show our appreciation. I thank all the present, all the professors, all the lecturers, and the staff that are present. I pray Almighty Allah will continue to honor every one of you. The members of the college, the entire members of the College of Management Sciences, show their appreciation, and God will bless you all. Thank you, sir.
We say the closing prayer. I have a few announcements to make. First of all, we want all participants who register because we know that they have to formally register with their email addresses and their numbers in order for us to easily communicate with them during the production of the book of proceedings. Then for the refreshment, the invited guests and members of management as well as the deans and directors here present will move to temperance for their refreshment, while every other person will have theirs in the various plenary sessions that's about to begin. And of course, we have it as stated in the book of proceedings. We know your venue by virtue of what you have submitted. So without wasting our time, may I humbly call on the chairman of the organizing committee once again to lead us in the closing events with closing prayer. Thank you. Please let's appreciate him as he comes forward.
Almighty Allah, we thank you for the success of today's program. We thank you for everything. We thank you for everything once again. I pray for the Vice Chancellor and the seat. Almighty Allah, we continue to guide you, we continue to be with you, and we enjoy the fruit of your labor. I pray for our blessed guests. You will reach your destination safely by the grace of God. I pray for the things I will be present, I will be present here today, including every members of that are here. I pray for all guidance. I pray that when next year we are running another program of this nature, we will not read the obituary. That the grace of God, He will continue to protect each and every one of us. We will not obtain a new silence for any of our students nor any of our staff. Almighty Allah, we thank you. In the name of Almighty Allah, I pray. Amen.
Yes, before we take the university and the national anthem, please, there will be good photograph as soon as we end the program. There will be good photograph. Shall we all rise to our feet as we stand for the university anthem? Please, let's rise to our feet. The university anthem, please.
required members of the management team march out, and of course the group photograph. Please raise the hand standing.